everybody? It is your boy Hard Conversation back with another video. Let's get it. How you guys feeling today? So as you guys can see, I'm doing this video solo. Shout out to my boy I.K.H.C. I think he may have been running some errands today or just kind of stepped away for a little bit, maybe even at the gym. That's normally where he is around this time of this. So shout out to the boy I.K.H.C. We're going to go ahead and rock out solo now. We are back in effect. So this is not a live show. I know the last few shows have been live. We're not doing a live show. Everything's back up and running as normal, as it normally is. So guys, please follow all of the links down at the bottom of the screen here. That's our social media, our Twitter, our Instagram. Follow us there. He runs the Instagram. I usually run the Twitter. If you guys are into basketball talk and debate, that's what we do. We love to do it. So hit us up there, guys. I'm working on getting a new setting, essentially, for doing these videos. For now, this is what we got. So we're going to go ahead and rock out with it. But either way, let's go ahead and get this video started, too. And by the way, too, before I go on, the Hardwood at Amino app right here, please go download it, guys. I've seen some other basketball YouTubers shout out that app in their videos. So, guys, it is a phenomenal app. If you're a big NBA fanatic like I am, like I.K.H.C. is, you have to have that app. It puts everything all in one spot. You're talking YouTube, you're talking scores, you're talking everything going on social media and Twitter, you're talking quizzes, posts, voice chats, and it's like this little video room where you guys can like pull up videos and you guys can all watch them together, and it's everything basketball related all in one spot. So please go download it. No, it's not paid promotion. I'm not getting a check from Hardwood, but yeah, it's a great app. Just want to put it out there. So I'm actually going to put the link to the app down in the description of the video also too, if you want to go ahead and download that. So let's go ahead and rock out here today. So we don't have a whole lot to talk about, and I'm gonna keep this video kind of short and sweet. So we're really just touching on the last little remnants of free agency for the most part. So Dwight Howard going to the Wizards. Carmelo obviously getting let go by I.K.H.C. I don't know if he's signed anywhere yet. I don't think that he's signed anywhere. Now, I want to talk about that a little bit because that was something that needed to happen for I.K.H.C. I mean, I don't want to sit up here and be naive. Melo wasn't Melo last year. He didn't play that great, but if you look at his numbers, he averaged 18 points, 43%. He had an off year from three-pointer. He had a really, really down year from long range. But he was a third option on the team. And most teams would love to have a third option that's getting 18 points a game. And it stretches the floor, because as bad as Melo played, nobody was out there just leaving Melo wide open. So he helped out with spacing. He was still a threat to a lot of teams. They still game planned for him, even though he wasn't nearly as spectacular or nearly as consistent as he's been in recent years. So losing him and not really getting anything in return does deplete I.K.H.C. quite a bit. Now, I.K.H.C. doesn't have a very deep bench. They don't have a lot of shooters. So, their best shooter on the team is Paul George. At this point, he's the best shooter, unless I'm missing somebody that's really a spot-up shooter. I can't really think of anybody. I can't really think of anybody, but I think he's the best shooter on the team at this current point, at least in the starting lineup. So, you got Russell, Roberson, Steven Adams, probably Jeremy Grant, and then Paul George. And I don't know. You lose Melo, you don't really get anything back in return for him. You just kind of let them go to free up money for later on down the line. Now, they did save a ton of money, and that's really all that move was about. If Melo lands on the right team and he embraces that like spot up, catch and shoot role, Melo could be dangerous, but Melo still thinks he's Melo from Denver, or Melo when he first got to NY, where he was putting up 27, 28 points a game, was still a threat to take over a game, was probably still top 15 in the league at that point. That's not the same Melo. That's not the Melo that we know now. So if he can embrace a lesser role, maybe even a role off the bench, Melo, he already said when he got to I.K.H.C., like, bench, really? Like, I'm not coming off the bench. I don't do the bench. So if he can embrace a role on a better team or a different team, kind of coming in with the second unit, being the guy on the second unit, getting, 20, 25, 30 minutes a game, depending on how he plays, I think he can be a real asset to a quality team, like the Rockets as another piece, like, the Wizards, like, even Boston. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, he's kind of a ball stopper, but he'll be a shooter there. There's a couple teams that could definitely use a Melo. They're talking about getting him to LA, and I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know. I don't know. I'm an LA Lakers fan, as you guys know, and I'm not 100% down with that move. It is what it is at the end of the day. If he ends up on that team, that's where he ends up. But I'm kind of wishy-washy just because he'd be a good piece, but like I said, Melo is just, it's so hard to fit him in. It's really just boils down to his mentality. Melo still hasn't gotten the fact that he's not a top 10 NBA player anymore. Those days are over, and the whole I'm not coming off the bench, the whole I'm still gonna play the same way that I've always played, where I get the ball and I'm ball dominant and I'm ISOing. You have to evolve, Melo. You're not that kind of player anymore. If he's hot, Melo is still dangerous, but if he's not knocking shots down, he's not doing much of anything for you. I mean, he doesn't rebound well for his size at the position that he plays. He's a decent passer. He's an okay passer, never been great. His defense has always been suspect. He plays good post defense. He's okay on help defense, but it's really more so effort with Melo. So, I mean, if he's not scoring, he's not giving you much. That's the only thing about Melo. Also, I want to talk a little bit about Summer League, too. Some surprises. The guys went out there playing great. Trae Young has been kind of up and down. He's had a couple donuts, man. Trae Young has not looked that well. Last game he had 20, 21, and 11. Not last game, game before last. His following game, I saw a highlight, and I don't think he had a single point. I don't know if he played the full game, but I'm not entirely sure what happened. But there are some players out there. Marvin Bagley looks great. DeAndre Ayton looks solid. Kevin Knox from the Knicks looked great yesterday, man. He was I think he was 22, 8, 3, and 3 blocks or something like that. Looked very, very solid in limited minutes. He looked super athletic. He looked far more athletic than I knew coming out of Kentucky. He looked great. He looks like he's definitely, and he's pretty rangy too. If he can work on his jump shot and he can be a decent jump shooter, he'll be a problem. He'll be a nice little piece. He's super athletic. There was a couple of plays there on defense where he actually manned up on a point guard, and I mean, obviously he hasn't been guarding anybody like a Russell Westbrook or Kyrie, but you know, he played great man-to-man defense yesterday. He played great. He saw great hustle, saw great help defense. His shot looked pretty decent. His athleticism looked off the charts. He was a lot longer, a lot more athletic than I originally realized. He looked like a man out there. The plays he was making, the heads-up plays he was making, even the couple passes he made were pretty solid too. He looked great. Mitchell, also from the Knicks, looked great. There's a couple other people that played. Henry Giles looked great also too. So, you know, we be keeping up on the summer league thing too. That's more so Ice Needs, but you know, I'm doing my little part. I've been watching here and there. Some summer league too, trying to keep up so that way we can keep you guys in tune with the news coming out. So anyway, like I said, I wanted to keep this video a little short and sweet. Don't want to make it too long, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. But shout out to the boy Ice Needs too, man. You guys will see him probably in the next video. That next video is coming on Wednesday, guys. We are now recording a day earlier and putting these videos up the day of. So today actually is Sunday. So this will be the last time that we actually record the day we're supposed to put up the video. It's actually at like after 8 o'clock right now. So we actually moved our recording schedule a day ahead, so that way we can record early and then I don't have to rush the day of to put up the video. So once again, you guys, like, comment. If you enjoy the content on the video, please subscribe. Share the videos, guys. Share the videos. That is amazing when you guys do that, because the more people see it, the more debate we get, the more discussion. And like I said, let us know down in the comment section what you guys think of these videos. We love to interact. We're constantly checking comments. We try and reply to every single comment that we get, guys. So let us know what you guys want to see in the next video. If you guys want a topic that we want to talk about or you want to talk about, let us know. We will try and touch on that. All right, guys? So peace out. We out of here. Have a good night.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account.